I'm going to tell you the 10 reasons why your fat loss is failing. Now, I understand it can oftentimes feel like you're running around in circles, you're doing everything that you can, you're not seeing results. I get it.
I was like you. You work hard. You do what you're told. And what does life serve you? A shame sandwich.
It's frustrating, but after you hear these 10 things that you may be doing, you get to turn it around and shift. Number one, you're telling yourself that you're on a diet, and I feel that this gives a negative connotation to your fat loss. This gives the connotation that you can and cannot have certain things, when the reality is you just get to have balance. You're not on a diet. This is a lifestyle. These are changes that are to be made long-term, to be maintained. You're not on a diet. You're not following a diet. You're simply making conscious choices for your health long-term. Number two, you're doing what worked for somebody else, which obviously doesn't work for you because you're somebody who's different. Everybody's body's different. So don't follow what worked for somebody else, some other competitor who followed this protocol, some girl who did this or that. This is your body, and you get to figure out what works best for you. Just because somebody else is doing keto or intermittent fasting doesn't mean that it should or will work for you. Number three, you're not holding yourself accountable. You're not following through with what you say you're going to do. You're not sticking to what you said you were going to stick to, whether that's your nutrition, whether that's your cardio, whatever that may be. You're not holding yourself accountable. So I recommend you share your goals with the people around you, hire a coach, have a support system, somebody to keep you accountable, and make sure that you're doing what you say that you're going to do. Number four, you are eating for the wrong reasons. You're bored, you're eating just because you're out at a party, food's around you. You're eating for the wrong reasons. You're not eating because you're actually hungry, actually trying to give yourself nutrients. You're eating just because it's around. You're wandering to the fridge because you're bored. You're picking at chips just because it's there. Make sure that you're eating for the right reasons. Five, you're over-restricting yourself. You're eating eggs, salads, and vegetables at every meal and nothing else. And then when you finally have the chance to have something else, you binge because you're over-restricting. You're not allowing balance. You're depriving yourself so heavily of what your body needs. You're jumping in too deep of a deficit. You're cutting out too many foods. Do not over-restrict. This is setting you up for failure. You'll be able to stick to this for a week or two, and then you're going to flip. You're going to fall off the wagon, and you're going to get frustrated, and then it's going to happen again, and then it's going to happen again, and then it's going to happen again. Set yourself up for success. Do not over-restrict. To be in a fat loss phase, you just need to be in a slight deficit. So create that deficit without taking away everything that you enjoy.
Take away my life.
Next, you're going too long without eating. This is going to set yourself up for a binge. Say you go the whole entire day without eating, you're finally home, you finally have access to all of these foods, you're going to pig out on everything that you see. Always carry snacks, always have something with you, eat a little breakfast in the morning even though you're not too hungry. This is going to keep you full, keep you satiated, and prevent you from binging later on. Next, you're not controlling your environment. You get to have control of the foods around you and everything around you for that matter. So if you're not setting yourself up for success, you're setting yourself up for failure. So you get to go through your cabinets, go through your kitchen, make sure that everything that you could possibly binge on or is too tempting for you, eliminate it. Eliminate it from your environment. If you're tempted to have those things and you're always thinking about it, you're going to give in, and then you're going to feel upset and guilty. So set yourself up for success. If you're going to a party, bring your own food, bring your own snacks. Make sure you always have food available for you. So you get to control your environment, not let your environment control you. You are not planning ahead of time. You're going into the day without meals prepared. You're expecting for just food to just appear out of nowhere. You get to have food prepared. You get to plan your meals ahead of time, track your food out the night before, prep in bulk, make sure everything is always available to you to eat. Otherwise, if it's not there, you're going to seek out food somewhere else, and that oftentimes leads to not the best decisions. So set yourself up for success. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Next, probably the most important thing when it comes to nutrition, you're not consistent. You stick to your nutrition plan for 2 days, and you're upset that you don't see results. The reality is, to truly see changes in your body, to feel changes in your body, it's going to take a few weeks of consistency to see those changes, feel those changes. So you get to stay consistent. You get to hold yourself accountable. Like I said before, that's when you're going to see the changes. Consistency. And although it might be frustrating at first, you're not going to see changes right away, but that's what sets you apart from everybody else, is your ability to stay consistent. Lastly, number 10, you're setting unrealistic expectations. You're expecting to lose 10 pounds in a day. You're expecting to lose X amount of body fat in X amount of time that just isn't appropriate for your body or appropriate for what you're out for. Do not set unrealistic expectations. Set the bar at an appropriate level, and then nothing will fail, right? Your fat loss won't fail if you set the bar at an appropriate level. If you are expecting to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, that's ridiculous. Set the bar at an appropriate level, and then you're going to be setting yourself up for success, reaching your goals. That's what's going to allow you to feel confident and successful through your fat loss journey. If you are a victim to any of these 10 things, you get to shift.
I'm a dog! I'm a dog! I'm a dog!
You get to change what may not be working in your favor and set yourself up for success.